Hello and welcome to Deep Cuts the Game, the movie trivia podcast with great movies and great guests. Every week I bring on three interesting people, change the intro there, Alex, because of your notes, give them three movies and challenge them to pull out the most obscure actors they can. The deeper the cut, the more points they earn. I'm your host, Jeff Penn, and with me as always, my co-host, a man who doesn't have a twin brother, but if he did, they would definitely be the Schwarzenegger, Alex Young. I thought of that one at like 12 in the morning. Like I was sleeping and I woke up and I was like, oh, that's good. That's a good one.
That is good.
Yeah, that, you know what? You were right. You were right to text me earlier and be like, I'm really proud of my intro. It's so mean. You were right.
It's really mean. Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you? You got a trip coming up like tomorrow.
I do. At this time tomorrow, hopefully I will be boarding a plane on my way to Italy for 2 weeks. So yeah, we're excited.
So because you're going to Italy, I've been thinking about what souvenir you can bring me back, as I assume you have been worried about.
Yeah, I've got a whole bag, an empty bag I'm bringing just for souvenirs.
Just for pizzas. So I want you to, and this is not a bit. This is like a genuine, if you find something like this, please get it for me. So don't spend a lot of money. I've done no research on Italy. I assume they still use lira.
Euros, so like every other country in Europe.
Spend like 6,000 lira on this thing, which is like $5. That I did look up, the exchange, but not if it's the actual currency, which it hasn't been for 24 years. If you find like a magnet that's borderline offensive, like I want like, hey, welcome to Rome or whatever, but with like a knockoff Mario on it or something that just like seems where you're like maybe Italian racist.
I want it to be like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and it's like really made it look like a phallic symbol for you, like where it's like, oh, I
think that's the only kind they make, intentional or not.
Yeah,
it's the only kind.
All right, like some sort of apron that's like, kiss me, I'm Italian, and it's like, or like a
that's gonna cost you more than 6,000 lira, Jim.
All right, there you go. I'll keep my eyes open. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, bring me home a souvenir, and I was like, I can't remember getting a souvenir from anyone since I was like 8 years old.
Here's what you do, Jeff. Buy one bag of pasta and everyone gets like a single rotini. And that's it. You just break it open, everybody gets one.
Perfect. Well, thanks for being here, Alex. I know this is we were talking, we've done like 5 or 6 episodes in about a 10-day span. So and actually, you know what? It hasn't been that bad.
Hasn't it? No, it's been 5. It's been a day.
Okay, good. But we've got an interesting pair of contestants today. We were talking earlier. It's the second time where we've had brothers or siblings at all on the game. We had
the second time.
Only the second time. This is episode like 99. This is episode 99. And so we had the brothers Adam and Matt Lupus, who directed a film and worked on a film together. That was last year. Dan is back. I think this is his 5th visit. He's never won, but he's never lost. He's always come in second. So I don't know his brother Matt. Matt, is Dan really like a second place kind of guy?
Not usually. I mean, he often finishes first. He finds a way to scratch and claw at most things. But so I'm not surprised he hasn't finished last. Let's just put it that way.
But I also always lose things frequently. So it's to be in the middle actually is a bit weird because normally it's a triumph or it's a failure. But we'll see what happens today. I listen, you guys were kind enough because every time we play this game, I'm like, my brother would just slay it. Like, this is so in his wheelhouse. Like my brother should absolutely get into this. And so anyway, we've pulled my brother out of obscurity. I don't think, Matt, have you ever appeared on any podcast of any kind?
No.
So like, this is good. We're breaking him in. But I have high hopes for him and no hopes for myself.
No pressure though, right?
No pressure, none.
I mean, the stakes couldn't be lower.
That's true.
we joke every episode, but it's the truth. There's nothing to win or lose here. Matt, I want to ask you. I think Dan mentioned that you're a lawyer of some sort. Can I ask what type of law do you practice?
Yeah, generally I do civil litigation out in Alberta. So health law, employment law, commercial litigation.
Pretty exciting stuff.
I was going to say, does it suck having a brother like Dan where you're telling like a good story? And then you finish, and then Dan's like, yeah, but did you know that bats can run on their hands? And you're like, fuck off with the bats already.
Yeah. Always one up and we with the bats.
Yeah. He's like, I'm headed to the Galapagos Islands this spring. You should come with me. And you're like, I got to go work on some civil litigation over
I'll
here.
be at a desk.
But Jeff,
My
can you
desk
imagine
is the reef.
Can you imagine how proud either of our moms would be if we
If
had
we had-
either of these guys' jobs?
Yeah.
Like, my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, well,
Let alone
let's
two in
not
the
get
family.
let's not get too
Is
complimentary.
there like is there a third Riskin sibling? Like, is there like the third Hemsworth that like nobody talks about kind of thing? Like, there's like, Chris Riskin. He's like, I'm a plumber and I'm just working here. Yeah, no.
In Alberta, we talk about the seventh Sutter brother. 6 of them made the NHL, and Gary stayed home on the farm. So.
Yeah, we have a sister, but we'll bring her on next time. She's great.
Okay.
She's
Great.
lovely. But yeah.
All right.
So I have a couple questions about your intro, although I found it very entertaining. One, how can you find an exchange rate for a currency that no longer exists? So I want to know what your source was for finding that exchange rate, because the lira, as far as I know, it doesn't exist. Right?
It does not. I think Turkey still has it, but the Italian lira does not exist anymore.
Okay, so you just used another lira.
Well, I didn't
Use
even use
Ask
another lira.
Jeeves.
I just did I basically did an Ask Jeeves. Matt is right. I put in
Jeeves.
Google. It was basically like a hypothetical, like what is $5 Canadian in Italian lira? And it's like, well, you're dumb, and that hasn't existed for 24 years. But if it did, it'd roughly be like 6,031 lira, whatever. Like, okay, great, that'll work for my request.
It was a good bit. I enjoyed every minute. But the other thing is that it really like when you brought up souvenirs of Italy. Superman 3, is it? When like Superman gets grumpy and he straightens the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and then the guy has all those souvenirs and he breaks them and he's all mad and he gets all these new ones where it's just a straight Tower of Pisa, and then Superman goes and bends it back into place, and then he gets mad and breaks all of them. I think I remember this scene, and it's
How can you remember that? But you
I remember like very specific things. That's the only souvenir-related scene from any movie that I could name. But I do remember that I really anchored on that because I remember him being angry at Superman and thinking it was so weird for somebody to be angry at Superman. So yeah, and as you know, I'm a real connoisseur of the movie Superman. Superman 1.
All Supermans,
No, I think I don't know which one that is. That's one where he gets. I want to say 3.
Is that where there's the bad Superman? I think that's 3.
That might be.
Then I think. Or is it okay? Because 2
Isn't 3 the weird one with Richard Pryor?
That's 4.
That might be 4. That might be, is that Quest for Peace?
Because that's he's fighting a blonde-haired guy.
That's
isn't
4.
That's Rocky 4.
Ivan Drago.
1 is 1. 2 is when he fights the 3. Is it? The 3 in the black
Kneel
suits.
before Zod.
Yeah, and then 3 I think is like the Bizarro Superman, and they have a fight at a junkyard. Does anybody remember that? And they're on like a conveyor belt and he's going to get crushed by the trash compactor. I'm like, he's Superman. The trash compactor is not going to hurt him.
You know who remembers this and is yelling the answer in his car right now to us is Craig's Meat. I guarantee it.
Hi, Craig.
Hi, Craig. Wish you were here.
Yeah.
Well, Craig.
Alex, you said you had a science question.
I do. I usually do because Dan has a great newsletter called The Bat Signal. And there's always interesting facts in it, but every 6 weeks, 2 months, there's one that just scars me. That is always traumatizing.
Oh, I know what this is going to be about.
Last time it was snakes, but this one you'd mentioned something about some caterpillars survived by infiltrating ant colonies. Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah. Wait. The caterpillar that I thought you were going to ask me about the woman who sneezed maggots out of her face, and they were sheep maggots.
That was. You are more than welcome to tell listeners about that because that was a horror.
I'm trying to remember what the caterpillar do again? Did it stink like the? What did it do?
You, man.
Oh man, I can't remember that one.
It was literally like an inserted line where you're like, some caterpillars. I'm like, what?
Oh yeah. Some beetles. No, it was beetles. That's why you're messing me up. It was beetles. Okay. Some beetles infiltrate ant colonies by making themselves smell like ants, and then they could just live among the ants, and the ants don't even know they're there. And they're called myrmecophiles because myrmekos is ants and phile means love. But so this woman in Greece goes into she suddenly gets this massive headache and she's feeling terrible. She's got a fever. And she comes down with her nose starts running and she sneezes and a whole bunch of live maggots are in the tissue. And so she goes to the hospital and they do surgery on her nose and they pull out a whole bunch of these like maggots. And it turns out that there's something called a sheep botfly that can get into the nose of a sheep and lay eggs. And then these maggots eat the flesh of the inside of the nose of the sheep. And then they fall out on the ground. And normally they try to get in people, but they can't. But this woman had a deviated septum and bad luck and got swarmed by a lot of flies at once. And so she's the first human to ever get this sheep botfly in her nose. And so anyway, it was a great scientific story. I just love a good parasite story.
I
Just
don't like any of this. Like, I have a deviated septum, and I'm going to Italy, which is far too close to Greece.
It's right there. It's
Yeah,
right there.
And we're doing like excursions where we go to a farm for like, an agro tour. And I was like, nah, I might just stay at the hotel.
You're like, nah.
Is the drachmi still the currency in Greece, or are they?
I think they also use euros. Yeah.
Everybody's so boring now.
Alex, you know what?
I do have a botfly story. Strangely enough,
yeah, go.
I went to a screening of 2 years ago. I went to a screening of a movie called Infested about spiders. Spiders in this. Somebody imports illegal spiders, and one gets free in this apartment complex in like France. And all the spiders wreak havoc, and it's a very good, very scary, stressful time. It's on Shudder. But they after the screening, there was a Q&A with not insectologist. Surely that's not the word.
It'd be an arachnologist or something like that. But was it a spider expert? Arachnologist.
It wasn't spiders specifically. It was just like a bug guy.
Oh, well, entomologist. But
entomologist. That's what I'm looking for.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly right.
Sure.
So he was answering all of our spider questions of like, will they jump at your face? And he's like, no, that's not quite true. But like, there is, people do illegally import spiders. Like, that's a real thing, and this, that, and the other. And these are probably based on X, Y, and Z. But then he casually mentioned that he had botflies one time. And it changed the entire evening where everyone's like, hi, shut up about everything else and just talk about this.
Well, yeah, they just went to a horror movie. Of course, that's what they want to hear. Yeah.
Totally. And he's like, if that's what people want to hear. And he told this like 25-minute story, but like the condensed version of it is he not intentionally, but not unintentionally got a botfly infestation on his arm. And then they were like, oh, we should get rid of this. He's like, absolutely not. I need to study this. That's insane.
Yeah.
So he kept it and then like
filled out a ton of paperwork and like came back to Canada and like he's like, hi, I'm a problem at the border, but like got it all sorted and like went to a lab and they hatched and he studied it and everyone's like, was it painful? He's like, very. And just like it seemed like a terrible time. And he's like, you know what's weird? He's like, I'm a man and I can't have kids, but it a little bit feels like he's like, I really had a lot of affection for these flies. And we're like,
do that with your genitals, buddy, and then tell me about how you
yeah. Is that why he can't have kids?
Yeah.
It was bot flies directly. That's
or just like any woman who's now heard this story is like, I'm not having kids. Yeah.
So
great for
Alex, I did get a botfly on my head when I was studying bats in Belize once, and I had it surgically removed before I got to that stage. And I heard stories about entomologists who will grow them, but I fully had it cut out. Do you remember that, Matt?
I don't think I've heard this story more than 500 times.
Every Christmas and Thanksgiving for the past 12 years.
Every time. Yeah. This is but do you remember like actually when it happened? Do you remember then? Because I
remember vaguely. I mean, generally speaking, I wasn't living it moment to moment like you were. But you were just told me you got something cut out of your head and then you put it in a jar maybe and kept it next to your bed for several years.
Not bed's desk, but yeah.
I
lost
Matt,
it though. I don't know where it is.
Had botflies in court? Has that ever come up?
No, I haven't had any botfly litigation, but if I do and I need an expert witness, I know who to call.
Dan, you had sent Alex and I a little thing that you had come across, you were working on, and it was kind of how a scientific study had done a whole paper, not on us. I don't know why they didn't come to us, but it had a lot to do with kind of what we do here with our podcast and just kind of like the hidden Easter eggs within movies and TV shows.
Yeah, the Easter eggs thing. Yeah, that's right. It was about how much joy we get from finding those Easter eggs and how how that gives us the sense of solving a puzzle, and it makes us get attached to these movies in a way that other people don't attach to it. Like there are these hidden gems, these Easter eggs. Like for example, one of the classic examples in the paper was in the movie Toy Story, the rug that they're playing on is a really, really unique rug that you only see in one other place, which is the movie The Shining. And so, and I think he might be riding a tricycle in that scene or something like that, like just like in the movie The Shining. And so if you're in on that, you're like, oh, I get that. Like that's a shout out. I get that. But it doesn't, it's hidden and not everybody would get it. And so like cameos can be like that, like when Alfred Hitchcock appears in his own movies. And it just struck me as I was reporting on this. And actually, I think I put it in the newsletter. I was like, by the way, if you're into this kind of stuff, you should check out this podcast.
Yeah, we've gotten 6 extra viewers the past month. So
nice.
No,
that's for a bring.
No, but thanks for the shout out.
Well, that's like 10% of my viewers. There it is. It's our readers. So but it really struck me about why this podcast is so fun is because that is exactly like if you're into that stuff, like it does give you like this next level attachment to the stuff that people just enjoy anyway. But when you have that extra hidden layer where you had to solve a puzzle to get the joke, you enjoy it more.
Well, I remember when Lost was on, and there were so many little things in the TV show Lost where you're like, oh, and like and people are like, oh, I didn't pick up on that. And then at the end of Lost, none of it mattered. Like none of it made any difference.
That can be frustrating.
Like lots of references to like Stephen King and Stephen King books and like characters from like other books I had read. Like there was one part where someone's on the beach reading, I think they're reading Watership Down, the book about the rabbits by Richard Adams. And then there's a part where like they're attacked by a bear and they shoot the bear. And it was like, well, Richard Adams also wrote a book about a bear. And Stephen King also referenced Richard Adams and the bear in one of his books. And I was like, oh, it's all coming together. It's coming together. And then nothing. Because I think it was they just threw in references to 1,000 things just to keep people guessing. But for a couple seasons, I was hooked. And then I wasn't
looking for those to come together.
There was no plan. They were just
they did not know where they were going with it. Well, should we play a game of Deep Cuts?
Yeah.
All right.
Play.
I would love to play.
All right. So, Matt, the first thing we do, I think Dan's been here when we've done this before, is the first thing we do is we decide who's going to go first, second, or third in this game of Deep Cuts. We go first, second, third, and then 3, 2, 1 back and forth. So it's a little up and down ladder here. I'm going to give you the name of an actor or an actress, and you got to try to tell me what you think is they're best known for according to the Internet Movie Database. What would people think they are known for? So this is not a great list. It's a very well-known actress who has a new movie coming out shortly, I believe. We're going to go with Anne Hathaway. So, Alex, I always make you go last, Alex. I'm going to let you go first just to show Matt and Dan how it's done. What do you think Anne Hathaway's IMDb best known for is?
Is it Ella Enchanted, Jeff?
What did you say?
He said Ella Enchanted.
That's her first one when she was a kid?
It is, but that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for what is she best known for. Alex, I think because I said it's not a very good list, decided to go for something a little more obscure, which is not a bad
Maybe she's known for it. What do I know?
Matt, what do you think Anne Hathaway's best known for is?
Is it The Devil Wears Prada?
I mean, it would make a lot of sense.
That's what I always guessed, but the fact that you said that would make a lot of sense makes me think there's still hope.
There is hope for you, Mr. Dan Riskin. What do you think?
I could do another movie
number
with
one
Hathaway in it.
Yeah, you can remember one more. Yeah,
I keep coming up with Natalie Portman movies in my head. I'm going to go with Devil Wears Prada 2.
That has not appeared on her list yet, but neither has The Devil Wears Prada.
Really?
Or Ella Enchanted. So number 4, like I said, this is not a great list. Number 4 is a 2010 film called Love and Other Drugs.
I know that movie. That movie's good.
2008, Rachel Getting Married. I'm aware of the film. I've never seen it. 2012's The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Batman?
Yep.
Yeah. And I get the other one from 2012 is Les Mis.
Yeah.
So that one makes
No Princess
sense.
Diaries, eh?
No Princess Diaries, no Devil Wears Prada.
Interstellar
would have been a good one. There's a lot here that could have been on her list, but they are not.
Ocean's 14, one of the Oceans.
Ocean's 8. Ocean's 8 is the all-female one. So I'm gonna go with.
So
Matt.
none of us even made the list. So
none of you made the list, but
winner?
I feel like Matt should have been on the list. The Devil Wears Prada should be like number 2. So, sure. Matt, would you like to go first, second, or third?
Whereas The Devil Wears Prada 2 should be number 1. But go on.
I will go first in this snake draft.
All right. Matt's going to go first. Dan, I'm not giving you any points because the movie hasn't even come out yet. So I don't think
I didn't know that. I
be,
thought it was out. Okay, fine.
I don't think it's come out yet, right?
Okay.
Alex, would you like to go second or third?
I'll take my usual 3 spot. I like the 3.
All right. So we got Dan.
Jeff, I'm going to go second.
Perfect. I'll write you down. All right. So tonight's 3 movies, and I hope I picked 3 movies that were on someone's list of favorite movies. They gave me a pretty good list. So chronologically speaking, from 1995, Casino.
Oh God. Okay.
From 1999, Office Space.
Oh, okay. Seen it.
And from 2003, it's so crazy that it's 23 years old at this point. Like but it is Old School.
Okay.
So Old School, Office Space, Casino. Take a moment to think about those movies and their deep cuts, and let's hear a word from our sponsor.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men?
Turn your dial to find the frequency of the past.
Captain Advice.
Where the classic stories of mysteries, sci-fi, thrillers, and suspense are found waiting to be heard once again.
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
You'll find a variety of those stories here, in their original form, where each episode takes you to another place or time.
The Man of Bronze, Doc Savage.
But only when you find the mystery frequency. Available everywhere.
The Shadow knows.
We are back with Deep Cuts the Game. We have my co-host Alex Young and the brothers Riskin joining us today, Dan and Matt. We're doing the movies Casino, Office Space, and Old School.
Oh, I'm going to get slaughtered by my brother and Alex.
Matt elected to go first, so that means he gets to give us his deepest cut. So let's see if Matt has figured out the formula here.
I'm gonna go with the Smothers brother in Casino, who played the gaming commissioner.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I mean he's.
But which Smothers brother? Can you be vague like that? Aren't there 2 Smothers brothers? Don't you have to?
Go for it. Go for it.
I'll say Dick, but that's just
He's right. Yeah, he's right. What is the other Smothers brother's name? Does anybody know?
What's a Smothers brother?
They had a jam, Alex. That was.
Are you
that's
like
no,
actually?
That's Smuckers. There was the Smothers brother. They had like a comedy hour in like the 60s, kind
Because
of.
I've heard
back.
the name, but I'm like, baseball players?
And there's one with like light haired, and the other had dark hair and a little mustache.
Yeah, one guy
And
would hold
that
the guitar, and his brother was dumb. Was the shtick, and then like he would like sing a song on the guitar, or whatever, and his brother would say something stupid. It's a lot like just family time in our house, where I say something really smart and witty, and then my brother says something super stupid, and then we just go. It's like a bit we do.
Well, he's right with Dick
Who's dumb now?
Smothers, which I was like, that's got to be a fake name. There's no way somebody's named Dick Smothers.
Dick Smothers.
Yeah, like come on.
It sounds like a flex.
Yeah, I cannot. I'll have to look up his brother's name, but he's worth 13 points.
Oh wow,
Great.
I can't believe I don't know the other Smothers brother's name.
It's kind of crazy that I can't. Yeah, and once again, our friend Craig Smeaton's sitting somewhere going,
just losing his mind.
It's literally
Harold,
Tom.
it's
It's Tom.
Harold
It's
Smothers,
Tom.
yeah.
It's Tom. And even now that I say Tom, it doesn't sound right.
I think that's right. Yeah, that is.
It is, but I'm like, it's like.
Is there a Harry?
No.
Should be. That's
Should
our
be.
Dick and
sister's
Harry
name.
Smothers. Yeah.
Their
She's
sister
not in
Harry.
comedy.
Yeah,
Harriet.
Where is she?
Dan, we're to you now. So you
Oh,
get to
yeah,
give
that's
us
nice.
one of the 3 names that you wrote down.
I wrote down. So what I did is I here's my strategy. I got a couple of Hail Marys. Like I'm gonna, because I'll tell you the truth, I have not seen Old School. I've just never gotten around to it. So and I've heard that there are a lot of people in it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out some names of people who might have been a great cameo in that era that may appear in it, and you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so interesting. So I'm going to go with, now do I start with that or do I start safer? I'll save those for later. I'm going to save those for later. So the one I'm going to do right now is the guy from Napoleon Dynamite, who is the fighting instructor in Napoleon Dynamite. He is in Office Space.
Diedrich Bader.
Thank you.
You were right. Yeah, Diedrich Bader from the Drew Carey Show.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite, and then I don't know. He's also the voice of Batman a lot, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Alex? Isn't he? He does a Batman voice. So Diedrich Bader for 8 points.
Yeah, that's great. I thought I'd get 2. I'm super happy with that.
I mean, he does have a fairly big part, but he is the next door neighbor of the lead character in.
He's got some great lines in that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, turn it to channel 8.
I think you get punched for saying something like that.
Yeah, that's right. The Case of the Mondays. Yes. So that is a good one. Alex, you get 2 in a row now. What are your first 2 deep cuts?
I'm going to give you 2 voice actors. I mean, one of which is like co-star of this movie, but I'm hoping he's like not very well known. But in Office Space, the guy who like comes up with the whole plan that like isn't the one who's been hypnotized. He's not the star, but he does like a million voices in Bob's Burgers, for example.
Yeah, you're talking about David Herman.
Yes.
He is the voice of Mr. Frond in Bob's Burgers, but he's also in like Futurama. Like he's been in Futurama since the beginning.
Like you always see him.
He's in. I have a poster here on my wall for a movie called Lost Angels with one of the Beastie Boys and Donald Sutherland. He's also in that.
Really?
When he was like 18 years old. Yeah.
Which Beastie Boy?
Not Adam Yauch and not Mike. I always get Mike D and
Mike Diamond
mixed up. I think it's Mike Diamond. Yeah. Who also was in like a movie with like Ben Stiller.
Really?
More recently.
Is your name Michael Diamond?
My name's
mine's Clarence.
There it is. Yes, Thank you.
Yeah. So David Herman for 6 points, Alex.
I'll take it.
Nice.
That's fine.
I mean, he's one of the 3 kind of.
Yeah, he's one of the
leads.
stars of the movie. That's perfectly fine.
So 6 points for David Herman. What is your second deep cut?
I'm going to stick with voice actors. He's in it a little bit less because he retires quickly, but the jump to conclusions guy in it, I don't know his name.
What voice?
He is the voice of Boomy in The Legend of Korra.
Are you even saying words? What is Boomy and what is The Legend of Korra? Like, you're just making things up.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, there was another one set later with a female avatar, Korra. It's terrific. And he's a voice in that. And so is J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons in every episode of that show.
The actor's name is Richard Reel. He is the jump to conclusions guy. And I was even kind of trying to hint at that. I was like, I believe I even said jump during one of our things, because not only is he in Office Space,
Is he in the crossover?
He's in Casino as a banker that is trying to help one of the leads invest money. And the lead is very upset with him. And he's like, I'll fucking kill you. You don't know who the fuck I am. And he's like, he's just this very like,
he comes to his house, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's at his house. Yeah, so that's Richard Reel. Yeah. He's got the mustache. So he is 10 points for Office Space, because literally the other thing I wrote down for him was Casino. And then I watched Casino and I was like, oh, there he is again. So he's worth 15 points for Casino, Alex. So you scored
25?
25
I'm
points.
calling it a night. I'm out.
Oh my God, Alex, just go to bed. You're done.
All done.
That's a good one.
We're screwed, Matt. We're screwed. I'm coming in third.
I mean, that might be all he has, though. I think
that's all he needs. He's still.
God. Dan, we're back to you. You gave us Diedrich Bader for your first deep cut.
I sure did. All right. Listen, I just love his character so much. I just got to go with the stapler. He's in Barry.
Stephen Root. Stephen Root from Barry, from News Radio. No, is he News Radio?
Yeah, he was on News Radio. That's right.
News Radio.
News Radio. Stephen Root.
Boba Fett.
That's right. For 7 points, so a little less than Diedrich Bader. They got rid of the swing line, but I kept the stapler and I really enjoy it. And
I was told.
Yeah. That's a good. You know what? If you keep doing that, and Alex strikes out a little bit,
Alex to have a stroke.
All right, Matt, you get to do 2 in a row now. You gave us Dick Smothers, which is a very strong start.
Sure.
What's your second?
Especially on a date.
That's usually the end, actually. So I will go old school. I forget if she features more prominently later, but at the start, Tara Reid is in it.
She's not.
Who's the girl in bed at the starting after the party?
I don't. So I know. Okay, so yeah, after the first Mitchapalooza is what we're talking about. She's definitely more famous than Tara Reid. I don't want to say too much in case people.
I know who it is.
Okay.
Would you want to use that?
I confused her.
You
You
can
want to
use
use
it.
that? Because you got one
can
more
use her
right now.
now if you want, because you unfortunately I've got to give you a.
That's fine.
an
I got to
X for-
handicap this against Dan, so that's fine.
Okay. So yeah.
Then
Okay.
Okay. Do you think she'll be worth a lot of points?
She's not worth
yeah.
a ton because she's in that opening scene. She then
Yeah.
has a scene at his workplace, and then she shows up later when he's at a diner and he's talking to his future love interest, and so she has like 3 kind of scenes. I would go deeper if you can.
Yeah.
Older for later.
So then I'll go. I mean, so many guys from Casino are in Goodfellas, and I believe is Frank Vincent one of them.
Frank Vincent is the one. He is kind of the secondary lead's buddy in Casino. Frank Vincent, is he in Goodfellas? Is he the one that gets the shit kicked out of him by one of the leads? But in this movie, in Casino, it goes the other way. And I gotta say that I just watched it like 3 hours ago. There's a couple beating scenes in that movie where they're beating up one of the lead's brothers with baseball bats.
Yeah.
And I was like, I forgot how graphic and horrible it was. And I was just like, just kill him. Like I think at one point the guy says, he's still breathing, stop. And I was like, no, finish him, because this guy's life is ruined. Like,
That's it's in the grave they dug, right?
It's in the cornfield. Yeah. So Frank Vincent for 12 points.
Yeah.
So you know what? I know you had a big X there, but you're still.
But you're 2 so far, some to Alex's big one. So you're
doing all right.
You're not dead.
Dan Riskin.
Oh God.
What is your 3rd deep cut?
I am gonna throw. This is a Hail Mary because I'm in big trouble. So here's an actor that I think would be hilarious as a cameo in Old School. Okay. He's a cameo in other Will Ferrell movies like Anchorman. So I'm gonna go with Tim Robbins.
No, there's
That's
no.
such a good guess,
okay.
though. That's such a good guess.
Felt like a good guess, but I'll take that 0. Yeah.
Tim Robbins. All right, Alex. What's your 3rd and your 4th?
I'm gonna take another one from Office Space. Ironically, also a voice actor in Bob's Burgers, but not who I'm. But I mean, it's Gary Cole. I know his name. I don't need to just give you other stuff that he's in, but he's in it a lot, so he's not gonna be worth.
He's not gonna be worth a lot. He's gonna need you to come in this weekend, and he's gonna need you to come in on Sunday. He's worth 5 points, Alex.
That's
Gary Cole.
Fine.
What else is Gary? Gary Cole played the Brady Bunch dad in the Brady Bunch movies.
Yep, that's everybody's touchdown for him.
I mean,
sure.
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. I was going to say he is Will Ferrell's dad in Talladega Nights. Alex, what is your touchstone for him then, smartass?
It honestly is Office Space.
Well, there you go. That's why I was giving you something else, which would be the Brady Bunch movie. All right, Gary Cole, what's your 4th deep cut?
Because I'm watching a lot of Rooster right now. I remember that John C. McGinley is one of the 2 guys like firing everybody in Office Space as well.
John C. McGinley. Yeah, he's like, your name's Michael Bolton. You must love his music.
Big fan.
Yeah. Where is John C.
There's nothing better.
Yes. John C. McGinley for 7 points, Alex.
One of the Bobs.
All right.
Well done.
That was pretty good. All right, Dan, you threw up a big Hail Mary.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Tim
again.
Robbins? Okay.
I'm going to go with Robert De Niro in Casino. He plays the accountant, doesn't he? Does he play the bookie at the end with the big glasses?
Can you get negative points in this?
He's not the main guy, is he?
He's the star of the movie.
Oh, okay. All right. I got confused. I thought he was like, oh no, that's at the end when I just remember a scene with him with
at the end,
glasses.
he's got the big glasses.
I've always loved that one scene. It was like the
future
scene from Superman 3. It's really anchored. I forgot that he's in the whole movie up to that point. But
he
so
like
I'm gonna get 1 point
narrates
for that.
80% of the movie. He's in it. So
You'd be
Robert
forgiven though, because doesn't he get blown up at the very beginning?
he does the very beginning, but then
But-
he's in.
But then it's all flashbacks.
The movie's
car.
2 hours and 47 minutes long.
But also, the car has a piece that saves him.
Under the driver's side that protects him. Yeah.
Ah,
It
spoilers.
was an amateur job. It was an amateur job, as he says. Yeah, it's a 3-hour long movie. He's in 2 hours and 46 minutes of it. So
Okay.
all right.
Do I get the 1 point though?
You do get the 1 point. Yes.
Okay, I'll take it.
You know, everyone's doing these sports gambling ads. They should have Ace Rothstein because he was
Yeah,
like
come
an
in.
original sports gambler. He knew if the ball would bounce funny on the floor.
Yeah, he
if
would
the
check the court. He would check
quarterback
the
got
wind.
his girlfriend pregnant. Like he knew everything.
Matt, you're still within range here of Alex. He has not gotten away with, even though he's had some decent cuts. But if you can stick around that Dick Smothers and Frank Vincent range, I think you'll be okay. What's your fourth deep cut?
I don't want to take another risk. I think this guy's in it. So at Tchotchke's, the restaurant in Office Space, where someone works who might be a lower point value.
Very much so, yeah.
I believe that person's boss was possibly the director of the movie. Is that correct?
He is.
Mike Judge.
Yeah, Mike Judge. Yeah, he's got like a weird hairdo and like a mustache, and yeah.
So he was in Beavis and Butthead, we'll say.
Yeah. So Mike Judge is worth 12 points. That's kind of our.
Solid.
If the director puts themselves in a film, they're 12 points. So that's
Oh, really? Is that just the rule?
That's the rule, unless it then turns into like they've got like
Tarantino, and he's in it a bunch.
Yeah, if Reservoir Dogs, Tarantino is not worth 12 points. He's worth like 8 because he's got a whole monologue about Madonna.
Right.
So that's a good one. What is your fifth deep cut, Matt? We do 6 rounds. You're right there. You're right in it. I would not throw up anything that you're not sure of, though. That would be my.
I can't afford another X.
You can't afford an X, no.
So I'll just go with Jeremy Piven in Old School, playing the Dean.
Jeremy Piven playing the Dean, which is funny because like I think there's a movie in like 1994 that came out called like PCU, where Jeremy Piven's still in university. It's like him and David Spade, and here he is like 8 years later, and now he's the Dean.
Yeah, clearly not
well,
the same universe.
No, Jeremy Piven for 5 points. It's a pretty big part. Dan, back to you. It's your fifth deep cut.
Oh gosh. All right. So what do? Do I go? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try again. I don't know if she's in Casino, but I'm hoping she is. Is Martin Scorsese's mother in that movie? As like she's also in Goodfellas.
That's a great guess.
Yes, she works in the deli, I think, in Kansas City.
Yes.
She's the one that she's keeping a book that the FBI get a hold of and like kind of brings the whole empire down. I believe it's Catherine Scorsese. So she's worth 15 points.
Oh, Dan!
Oh my God! Woo!
That's a good one.
I just doubled my. No, I didn't quite.
You did pretty much. Yeah, you're. Yeah, I know the math wasn't quite double, but it's pretty close.
I didn't see that one I'd written down. So yeah.
You've got your final 2 deep cuts. What do you got left?
2 shots in the dark, Jeff. One is a full guess, and one is I'm pretty sure this person's in this movie, but I might be confusing it with a different movie.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with my full shot in the dark. I'm pulling a Dan here. Is Martin Scorsese in Casino?
I don't have them written down, Alex, but I do want to double check because
surely
sometimes
he's like doing a voice, or he's like, you gotta whack.
No, the voice is nothing.
That counts. A voice is.
Does it? Voices count, but music doesn't. Still miffed about.
We brought that. Actually, you know what? Funny that we brought that up like on the last episode.
Really, the Inception thing, Matt. I was mad because I talked about how Edith Piaf's music was played in Inception at a different speed and all that. The whole thing got no points for it, and I blew it. But you guys, I think, let me have another one after.
We let you go again. It was Yeah,
it was ugly. It was ugly.
Martin, there's his mom. Is Piscano's mother. No. He does not have any voiceover. Alex. Nothing else. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. No. Here's a fun fact. For years, because I'd only seen it in writing and my brain read it quickly, I thought Edith Piaf was pilaf, like the food. Like for much longer than I should have, like into my 30s. All right, so here's my one that I know she's in a comedy at the end, and you and I have talked about this before, Jeff. Is Alicia Cuthbert at the end? Is she one of the two girls at the end of Old School?
Alicia Cuthbert's who Matt was thinking of.
Yeah.
When he said Tara
okay.
Reid. So Alicia
Is she
Cuthbert.
not at the end, like the guy, he's like, I'm gonna go up to like whatever and go on a trip. What movie am I thinking of?
I don't know what movie you're talking about.
But she is in Old School?
She is a high schooler that shows up at Mitchapalooza who has sex with the lead, wakes up in the morning, and then he doesn't know she's in high school until he sees her dad at work the next day, and it's his daughter. He's like, can you believe in 8 months she's going to be going off to university? And he's like, and we're all laughing because it's funny, but now we're all like dads and stuff.
Yeah,
and we're like, it's really
does not
gross.
age the way violence does. Violence just holds up.
Yeah.
Baseball.
I will say that like I feel okay about it because like Alicia Cuthbert's like closer to my age in real life that I'm like, it almost makes it okay, but like it's
I think that holds up in court. We could ask Matt. What do you think?
I'm gonna need a retainer before I advise on this.
She's worth 7 points, Alex. 7
I will take it.
Okay.
Alicia Cuthbert. All right, Dan. You made it respectable there with the Catherine Scorsese.
Yeah, you brought me back into the game. I'm excited about that. But I need a big win. Like
you
I
need another one here, yeah.
So let's think. Office Space. Everybody knows. I can't really just say the brand of fax machine and expect that to get me any points. Casino, I barely remember. Old School, I've never seen. I got to just take another stab in the dark and hope that I name a star who makes an appearance in Old School. So I am going with Megan Fox.
No. Sorry.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, she could have been one of the girls or something like that, but no, she's not in it.
She's probably 6 when it came out or something, but
okay. Matt, back to you. You are with Alex's ex on Martin Scorsese. He has left the door open. That a decent amount of points.
I think you're back by 3, Matt.
it's a little more than that. It's more than that. But it's definitely doable, and it's doable with. It's doable. It's very doable.
You know, it's been a long time since I've seen any of these. I'm just digging in the brain. I don't think it's going to be enough, but I'll go just to be certain. I'll go with James Woods in Casino.
It's good. I don't think it's going to be quite enough. James Woods is worth 6 points for Casino. Let's see. I will tell you this right now that you're finishing 2 points behind Alex.
So close.
So I will tell you that,
like me, where you're like 30 points behind Alex, because it's much more relaxing.
You're 19 back of Alex, so it wasn't bad. I will tell you what would have gotten it for you from Casino would have been one of the other fight scenes that actually made me laugh this time is Don Rickles. And Alex, Dan, you mentioned Toy Story, like Don Rickles. There's a part where Joe Pesci's hits him with a telephone.
Yeah.
Rickles rolls over and looks at the camera and he's like, ah! What the fuck was that? It's the funniest face. Kevin Pollak would have gotten you there.
Yeah. So Rickles would have done it, eh? I thought Rickles
would have done it.
High on the list.
Just less known, especially for a certain generation who don't really know who Don Rickles is anymore.
Sure.
The guy who is Joe Bob Briggs, like there's that film guy, he's in it. He's the guy who can never remember Robert De Niro's name. He's always like, oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, no, sir. Steve Allen, Frankie Avalon all play themselves in it.
Allen.
Office Space, you guys pretty much cleared it out. Orlando Jones, the comedian, is in it. He comes around at the very end and he teaches them about crime because they've done this whole thing and they're like, oh my God, we're going to go to jail. And he comes by selling magazines. He's like, hello, my name is Steve and I'm here selling magazines. And they bring him in like, you know about crime, don't you? Because he's black.
Right.
Also an actor named Michael McShane who played Friar Tuck in the Kevin Costner Robin Hood movie.
Wow, that's great.
He is the hypnotist that hypnotizes Ron Livingston and then has a heart attack and dies at the very beginning of the film. I remember him from Seinfeld as the guy, I believe, who was like put a curse on Kramer. If anybody remembers, there's that
motif.
And then from the other, so there's John C. McGinley and he has a partner. It's this actor named Paul Wilson. I know him from Cheers. He's like one of the other guys in the bar. There's like 4 other kind of like,
Cheers.
and his name was just Paul. And
Oh, yeah,
he'd be
Paul from Cheers. He's on
Yeah.
my, like, for some reason, my social media feed is blowing up with Paul right now. So I've seen a lot of Paul.
Old school, we only took 2 names off this list, and I have 25 written down.
What?
Jesus.
So we may have to do old school again.
Do it again.
The big 3: Luke Wilson, Vince Vaughn, Will Ferrell, Jeremy Piven. We got Ellen Pompeo is the love interest from Grey's Anatomy. Juliette Lewis is Luke Wilson's wife at the beginning, who is having a swingers meeting with the director of the film. Todd Phillips shows up. So that would have been a decent one. Yep. Leah Remini is Vince Vaughn's wife.
Right.
Craig Kilborn is the boyfriend of Ellen Pompeo, who's like a real jerk. Sean William Scott, Stifler, is at it. They're having when he shoots him with the. He's like, you took a trank in the jugular. Yeah, that guy.
One of the funniest scenes of all time.
Yes.
Somehow.
Matt Walsh and Artie Lang are co-workers with Luke Wilson, who really went into the frat. From the movie Fargo, William H. Macy's father-in-law, who's like a real dick. He's one of the guys doing the academic, like he's doing the thing at the end. If anyone saw the movie Rushmore, you remember Rushmore with the
Are you?
Yes. So they work together because it's this girl, Sarah Tanaka. So when he goes to the new school and he gets her to be in the play, she's in that. She's also in charge of the student body in this movie. There's so many. There's the guy, they sing the song at the wedding. He's like,
the Dan Band.
The Dan
Band.
Of course, I should have.
And they're in Hangover, and they're in a bunch of other stuff.
So what about Blue? What about the guy who plays
Blue?
He's in
Yes.
something.
Patrick Crenshaw, I had written down for being in the movie Best in Show. He is, what's her name? From White Lotus. Why can't I think of her name?
Parker Posey?
Parker Posey.
No. From the TV show White Lotus.
Parker Posey.
Parker Posey, I think, is on that
Up
show.
for an Emmy for season 3 of White Lotus.
Okay, seasons 1 and 2, she dies.
Yeah. Why do I forget her name?
Oh,
I know.
So famous.
Jennifer. She's Stifler's
Coolidge.
mom.
Jennifer Coolidge. Yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer
So,
Coolidge.
Blue is married to her in Best in Show, but she's having an affair with her dog handler.
Right.
From Righteous Gemstones, there's the African American gentleman that worked with John Goodman. He used to be on Baywatch. He's also in Old School. When you'd be like, oh shit, yeah, that guy was on Baywatch, and now he's in Righteous Gemstones. Brian Callen, who was on Mad TV. James Carville, that guy. Snoop Dogg and Warren G are in it.
What was Snoop Dogg worth?
10 points, because it's got like he's at Mitchapalooza and he sings.
They perform,
They perform and they come out live and they sing. Simon Helberg from The Big Bang Theory is one of the guys pledging. Eddie Pepitone, who is also in an episode of the Flight of the Conchords, Alex. He was when Brett's spinning signs and he's like, you don't know how to spin signs. It's that guy. Rob Corddry, the famous extra Jesse Hyman, who's in every movie. He's in Vince Vaughn's commercial for his Circuit City thing. And then Andy Dick is the one teaching how to give a blowjob. And we mentioned Lost. Alicia Cuthbert's dad is Terry O'Quinn.
Oh shit.
So
really?
So there's a lot of, and he would have been But I mean,
I was thinking of for her, Jeff, was the end of Love Actually. I was thinking the end of Love Actually.
She does show up at the end of Love Actually. But she's not at the end. Yeah, it's when he gets to Milwaukee, and they only have a small bed, and they all have to share.
Her and some other model.
Yeah, it's 2 other models. It's ridiculous. It's January Jones is one of the girls, Alex.
Oh, hilarious! Good to know. Keep that in mind for
Mad Men.
For later on. Yes.
Yeah.
So the final score is Dan Riskin 31 points, Matt Riskin 48 points, Alex Young 50.
Whoa!
Hate it when you win, Alex.
I'm so
I hate
sorry.
it.
Listen. I will
respectable.
bequeath my win to the brothers Riskin.
No. You earned it.
You can't get me any. So Dan, the winner. What the winners get to do is get to choose or suggest a future guest for Deep Cuts the Game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have anybody that's really good at this sort of thing that you think might be a fun player
Dan's
for
brother
Deep Cuts?
Matt.
Yeah, my brother Matt's pretty good. Although he's no Alex Young, it turns out.
I beat it by 2 points, and that was just luck.
The shame of our family. I will bring this back to I will tell Mother. She will hear of this. She will hear.
Yeah, and if you don't, it's no worries. Just you can think about it and be like, oh, there's this intern at work that's so annoying that's always talking about these millennial
Do you ever
movies
get
that I
people
don't-
on that like really talk a big talk and then they actually just choke and it's terrible and you enjoy that?
No.
This feels like the kind of the setup of this is nice because it allows people who have even a rudimentary knowledge, which is more than I have, to actually. I mean, I did okay getting Scorsese's mom. Like that was a highlight of my day. That was the most exciting thing that's happened to me in a long time. But yeah,
that and bot flies, right? Like,
we're just.
Well, congratulations, Alex, on your big win. Dan, you've got the bat signal. There's always something horrifying in it for Alex to read. Yes. How do people sign up for the bat signal?
Yeah, so the bat signal is a weekly newsletter where I send out 5 science stories. You can go to followthebatsignal.com, and it's got just stories that make me giggle. Like the one I'm working on right now for next week's, although maybe by the time this airs, it'll already be out. But there's a story about how bad music, like hearing music that you totally hate, makes you eat more sugar. Yeah, it's my new excuse. So they like had people come into the lab with like bring a song that you love and bring a song that you hate, and then randomly they were assigned to either hear the song they loved or the song they really hate or silence. And then they looked at these foods, and then like they did the eye tracking and all this stuff. And then at the end, they just let people eat whatever they wanted off this like big huge like buffet. And the people who had to hear music they hated all like had like twice as much sugar as the people who heard the song they like or the control. So anyway, I just think that's really interesting. And think about the music they play at supermarkets and how that's affecting your shopping. Like you need to go in there with headphones.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the kind of thing that's in the bat signal. And snotty flies coming out of your nose.
Yeah, both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. Matt, I know your brother Dan said you're not on social medias and stuff like that, so we're not going to send anyone to follow you or anything like that. But if they should have a legal question about 17-year-old Alicia Cuthbert, is that something they could come to you with? Like, no? Okay.
I don't know if that's what he practices.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
I mean,
if
no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
If you need to find me, then there's a problem in your life. So I don't wish it upon anybody. But I'm there to help if you do have a problem. I won't mention either, but I'm leaving my law firm and going to another one. I'll have a few days off. So I was thinking of starting my own podcast called Between Two Firms. I thought that would be really interesting for everybody. So other than that, not much going on.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us, both of you. Alex Young, what do you want to tell people about?
I mean, fuck, I'm not going to top that joke. That was a great joke.
He had that one ready. He was like, "Oh my god!"
You've been sitting on that the whole time. He was like, "Okay, Alicia Cuthbert, just wait till I say the firm joke."
Yeah.
I am on social media, but have less legal advice. But if you don't need legal advice, you can find me everywhere: Letterboxd, Instagram, the whole shebang at the Alex Young. Buy your movies physically, even if you don't have a way to play it, like Dan. That's okay. You can just own it for fun, just for posterity. That's okay too. And go see your movies in the theater. It's summertime. Lots of stuff's playing. Big theaters, rep cinemas, whatever. Just get out there and see what the crap.
All right. Well, we've reached the part of the show where Alex sends me an outro that I read.
Wait, before that, Jeff, have a great time in Italy.
Thank you.
Although maybe it's already happened by the time people listen.
But people hear that I will be home, yes, for several months.
All right. Well, or I hope so. But I hope you see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I hope that it is phallic and terrible, and I hope you find a magnet while you're there that is Super Mario with a Leaning Tower of Pisa issue, and that it's totally inappropriate, and
it only costs 500 lira as opposed to 600.
Exactly. I'm wishing you the best, and may Superman not interfere.
Or if there's a Superman magnet of him like fixing it, I'll take.
Oh, then get that from
probably
me.
like one too, actually.
Yeah. All right, Alex, you're going to send me an outro. Is there any notes?
Actually, Jeff, you get to choose your outro today. It's episode 99. We got 2 brothers on, so I'm going to let you pick your brother. I've written you 2 outros. I put in maximum effort today. You get to pick your Attenborough. So I have my preference, but you get to choose. You can either have an outro in the style of a David Attenborough documentary, or you can have in the style of Richard Attenborough's character from Jurassic Park. Which one would you like? Both are British. Both are
I don't know if either one of them are up my alley, so let me take the documentary, I think, Alex.
Yeah.
Great. I think that is the better call, and also seems a little more fitting.
because the other one is kind of evergreen. So if I get really lazy, then I can
You could just
lean back on
recycle it for
today's effort.
for sure.
Okay, so here it comes. Sorry, I had to pick it. There you go.
Oh my god, it's so long.
Boy, if I had a nickel, I'd have no sense.
Yeah. All right. I gotta get in my head. I gotta pretend I'm watching some sort of
Planet
tiger
Earth.
eating a
Yeah.
llama and okay. And he speaks kind of softly. He's got that like kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be
I feel like Dan might crush it. I feel like Dan's
No,
got
I've
it
been
already.
working on my Attenborough for years. But okay, you go ahead. you go
Great.
ahead.
I'm doing this in front of the world's biggest Attenborough fan now.
Yeah, you might be, to be fair.
All right. We have witnessed the intricate behaviors, the subtle displays, and the sheer raw struggle for understanding in a world that is, quite remarkably, constantly changing. It is a fragile ecosystem, this world of ideas, yet it possesses a resilience that never ceases to amaze. But for now, the creatures of the StreamYard must retreat. The microphones are silenced, and the digital signals return to the ether from whence they came. We leave the habitat exactly as we found it, taking nothing but recordings and leaving nothing but a lingering thought in the mind of the listener. I'm grateful we were able to observe the Riskins in their wild. This is truly a rare and exciting encounter here on Deep Cuts. Join us next time as we continue our journey into the very heart of the cinematic world. Until then, this is our planet. Let's try to listen to it. Thanks very much, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you.